have done so far, of ism, as you know, and we did the 4 properties of the ism in the beginning in quite a lot of detail, and then we studied the fragments, as you know, and we studied the fragments, as you know. In the study of fragments, we did 2 fragments so far. We did Mawsuf Sifa and we did the Idafa, right? And in the Idafa, we encountered a situation where we had to study the pronouns. So we went out of Idafa and we did the pronouns. Pronouns, however, is a full-blown topic in itself in an ism. Idafa, but it is used in Idafa. So we did pronouns outside of the study of Idafa. Okay, so and then we returned back to Idafa and we applied pronoun knowledge to the Idafa concept. But effectively, we have done 2 fragments today, Mawsuf Sifa and Idafa, and we have done the study of pronouns, and we have done the study of 4 properties of ism in quite a lot of detail. Okay, today what we are doing, today we are going to start another fragment, which is one of the easiest fragments you will find, inshallah. It is called Harf of Jar fragment. Okay, and the purpose of Harf of Jar is very, very simple. It is a harf, that's point number 1 that I've written here. It's a harf that makes the following ism jar. That's it. As soon as you see this harf, it is ism jar. That's its purpose. Okay, and it does not tolerate the long distance relationship. That's the second point. It does not tolerate the long distance relationship. So whenever the harf of jar comes, the ism that it makes jar must come right after it. Okay, must come right after it. That's effectively the purpose of harf of jar. Okay, now the harf itself, the harf of jar itself, is called a jar. It's called a jar, and the ism that it makes jar is called majroor. The ism it makes jar is called majroor. Therefore, this harf of jar fragment in Arabic is called jar majroor. Okay, jar majroor. So jar is a harf and majroor is an ism. Okay, that is made jar. So in total there are about 17 harf of jars in Arabic language. In total, there are about 17 harf of jar in Arabic language. We will only do 11 because these are the ones used in the Quran. We will not touch the remaining 6. Okay, so we'll just focus our study to the Quran. So we'll do 11 of those, and that's where we have reached so far. And I will, inshallah, try to construct these harf of jars here. They're very easy, pretty easy to remember, and inshallah, this will also help you open up a lot of things, inshallah. So any questions here, please let me know. It was a quick run through, I know, but if you have a question, please feel free. There's no hurry. We can go back again. I can do that again. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today, harf of jar fragments. Okay, so now bear with me. So I'm going to build up this table. Don't go to your notes. Don't look at your notes. Don't try to rush, inshallah. Stay with me, and we'll do it slowly together. Okay, good. Alhamdulillah. The first harf is ba. The first harf is ba. Okay, it could be B, it could be ba. Normally it's written as B, like this. Okay, B. Okay, and this means this means width. This means width. Okay, a very good example is Bismillah. As I told you yesterday. Bismillah. In this Bismillah, this is a B, which is the harf. Ismi is jar. Okay, as soon as B comes, it makes the following ism jar. Okay, so the first harf is B or ba. We just call it ba. Okay, so it's easy. So it's easy for us to memorize it. Okay. The other one is ta. Ba, ta. Okay. Ba and ta. Okay. Ta is only for Allah. Okay. No, not with anything against a car or a child or a book or anything. It's only swearing against Allah. It's swearing for Allah. Okay. So it's used only with the Allah that you swear with. Okay. So a good example is Allah. Okay? Allahi. Okay. It's a good example. You should memorize. Okay. Ba and tha. These are two harfs. Ba means with. Tha means swear. Ba means with, swear. It's kaf. Third one is kaf. Third one is kaf. Ba, da, kaf. Ba, da, kaf. Kaf is used for comparison. Kaf isn't. It's like saying like. Okay. For example, like that car, or like this boy, or like that book, and so on. It's for comparison. It's for comparison. Okay. For comparison. Ba, da, kaf. Ba, da, kaf. About there's a ka in pronoun as well, which is the nasab or jar for that. So if you're thinking that right now, I'll clarify this later on. But right now, just focus on understanding these harfs, okay, and their meanings. Ba, ta, and kaf. Just say with me 5 times. Again, the same rule apply. Don't worry who's watching you. Let's say it 5 times together, inshallah. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Ba, ta, kaf. Ba, ta, kaf. Ba, ta, kaf. Ba, ta, kaf. One more time. Ba, ta, kaf. Okay? These three harfs. Okay? The third one is lam. Third one is lam. Lam means for or have. Quite widely used. Quite widely used in the Quran. Let's see some examples here. Okay? For or have. It can be used as for lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. Now this lahu is lam coming from here. It's a harf of jar lam in lahu, and ha is the attached version of the pronoun. And this lam tells you that this attached version is going to be jar. And lahu means for him. Okay, for him, lahu. Okay, so that's coming from here. Okay, lahu ma fis samawati. For him is whatever is in the skies and the earth. Okay, for and have. For and have could be used in two meanings. Ba, ta, kaf, lam. Ba, ta, kaf, lam. And the fifth one is wow. Wow. Just let me keep it wow. Don't have to. Okay, wow means, wow is oath. It's not the wow which is and. Okay, it is not the and wow. It's the oath wow. When you take oath, for example, you may have heard your Arabic friends saying wallahi, wallahi. Okay, so if you have heard them saying wallahi, it's not wallaha or wallahu, it's wallahi, right? Because this is the wow which is jar, meaning the harf of jar, and it makes the word Allah majroor, therefore it becomes Allahi. So when you combine them together and there is no long distance relationship, you call wallahi. Okay, it's the oath. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, wow. Let's say that 5 times together, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, wow. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, wow. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, wow. Ba, wow. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, wow. Good, good, excellent, excellent. So before I move forward, I will give you about a minute to just get hold of this. Okay, just take a minute and get hold of these, inshallah. Okay, so and I'll continue after that. Just take a minute. Okay, inshallah. So let's say it 5 times together, and then I'll move forward. Bismillah. Ta, kaf, lam, waw. Ba, 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 ta, kaf, lam. Give me one if you're fine with it. Give me one if you're fine with it. I don't want to overload you too much. If you're not, okay. Inshallah. Give me one, inshallah, if you're fine. If you're not fine, give me 2. Jazakallah Imran. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I know. Okay. Excellent. Very good. Okay, let's kaf lam vav. These are the 5 harfs we have done. We need to do 6 more. Okay, and it's pretty simple to memorize as well. There's very small rules, inshallah. The other one you may see in the quite a lot is, which is min. Min. Means from. From. Min means from. You know this, right? وَمِن شَرِّ النَّفَّاسَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ. You know all of that, right? Min sharri. Why is sharri jar? Why is sharri jar? Because there is a min before it. Because there is a min before it, and min is jar. It makes sharri majroor. It makes sharri jar. Okay, sharri is a ism that is made jar because there is a min before it, right? Min sharri. That's the min. From the shar, from the evil. Okay. So min. Another one, which is quite widely used in the Quran as well. Fi. 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 This means, fi means in or about. In or about. It is used in the meaning of in or about. Okay? The same example, lahuma fi samawati. Lahuma fi as-samawati. Okay? So if I read it separately, lahuma, some didn't flow, fi samawati. So you have, what you're saying is lahu, for him, ma, whatever, fis samawati, in the skies. Okay, in the skies. Okay, so it's samawati, right? It's samawati, and it is nasab or jar form in the feminine case. Therefore, because it has a fi before it, we know it's going to be jar. Okay, so we'll do these examples, inshallah. The fi is effectively another harf which is quite widely used. You may have read it in the Quran. Min fi. Min fi. Okay. Let's go to the third one, inshallah. Min fi an. Min fi an. Wait a second. Min fi an. An means about or away from. It is used in the meaning of about or away from. Something wrong with the font thing. Wait a second. About, away from. Okay? It is used in the meaning of about or away from. Okay? An. Min, fi, an. Can we say all of this together 5 times? Ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw. Let's do it inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw, an. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw, min, fi, 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 an. Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Tell me if you have any questions or any confusions, or if I'm going too fast. Feel free to write it in the chat box. I'll inshallah address that. Okay. So the other one is the next one that comes after it is Allah. It's Allah. Allah means on or upon or against. Okay. On, upon, against. It's used in this meaning. Okay. On, upon, or against. Okay. The word when you say the salam, assalamu alaikum, alaikum, peace be upon you. Okay. So that's this Allah. Okay. It's alaikum. When it is attached to a pronoun, the last ya part is changed. It has a ya in the end. That gives the sound of alaikum, right? Alaikum. That's this one. And the kum is majroor. It's in the jar form because it's attached to Allah. Okay. Min, fi, an, Allah. And then the 10th one and the second last one is very easy. It's hatta. You probably already know it. Hatta. Hatta means until. Hatta means until. Until. Yeah, you know this, right? Hatta means until. Hatta means until. Okay. So whenever you see these hurufs, there is going to be an ism after them, which is going to be in the jar state. Okay. It's going to be a jar status. Okay. And the last one is, then we'll do the revision again. Ila. It's ila. The second small typo. Ila. Okay. Ila means to or towards. To or towards. To or towards. Okay. To or towards. So let's say all of these 5 times together, inshallah. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw, min, fi, an, ala, hatta, ila. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw, min, fi, an, ala, hatta, ila. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw, min, fi, an, ala, hatta, ila. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw, min, ala, hatta, ila. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, fi. Okay, good. I will give you a minute to just get hold of this again. Okay, so spend some time, 1 minute or so, just get into your mind. I don't expect you to memorize it immediately, but you should feel comfortable with it. I don't expect you to say it out with your mind right now, but you should be able to look at it and say it comfortably. And inshallah, going forward, just like you have the pronoun chart, which was much more difficult than this, just like you had a Muslim chart, it's much more difficult than this. This will also be engraved in your mind, inshallah. Okay, so just spend 1 minute to just get hold of this, and then we'll move forward, inshallah. Okay. Okay, can I have a 1 from you if you're fine? Can I have a 1 from you if you're fine? Can we move with it, please? If you're comfortable with it, can we move forward? Inshallah. Thank you, Jazakallah Imran. Excellent. Okay, good. Let's build. Let's do a few examples of this. Oops. Okay, examples. So I'll try to keep that in view as much as I can. So let me just shrink the window for a bit. So the table is in the view, and we construct the example. Do these things. For example, you may have seen bil mu'minina. Yes, bil mu'minina. Bil mu'minina. So bil mu'minina. Now this is ina ending. This is ina ending. No. Muslimina, the ina ending. At that time that if it is nasab or jar. I did not know at that time if it was nasab or jar. But now that I know there is a harf of jar, I can find out its true status. I'm looking at this B. I'm looking at this B in the beginning. It's a jar. It's jar. It is making the ism coming after it. Majrur after it. Majrur. Let me take you instead in your notes. If you could please go to page number. If you could go to your line, just go here. So let's do it right here. Okay, so all of this. So what you have here is you have this B here, which is the harf of jar. This is the harf of jar. Harf of jar. Okay? And I know this B means with. This B means with. The remaining part here is a ism al-mu'minina. Al-mu'minina. If I did not know B, I wouldn't know the status. I would always say it is nasab or jar. But now that I know B, it's a harf of jar. Therefore, it is a jar, and this one is majroor. This one is majroor. Jar and majroor fragment. The status of this ism would be, it says, with the believers. With the believers. Okay? These hurufs are not literally translated, because in English you have to make sense. Sometimes in English you have to make sense. You need to make sense of it. That's why in French you find sense. Okay? But what it really means in English in terms of making sense. Okay? Now let's look at this one. Qalu tallahi. So when I look qalu and tallahi, I know there is a harf of jar here, which is ta. This is the means swear. By Allah. It is we see that the word Allahi is in jar state, and that is because the before it. Okay? They said by Allah. Okay? By Allah. Ka'asfin ma'kul. Ka'asfin ma'kul. Do you see a harf of jar here? Is there a harf of? Can you find? It's actually right in front of you. Yep. Yeah, kasfim. Yes, kasfim is a jar majroor. Correct. Harf of jar is the kaf. Okay. So this fragment, this is jar majroor. This is harf of jar fragment. Harf of jar fragment. Okay. Just look at the meaning, like eaten straw. And you see another thing here. If you just do 4 properties of the kasfin, you know the status is jar, number is single, and the type. Okay, you do ma'kulin, the number is singular, the gender is masculine, and the type is common. Right? in the beginning, but you have a mawsuf sifa operating here, isn't it? Mawsuf sifa. You have mawsuf sifa. Do you see this? You see this? So ma'kul, okay, harf of jar, and then the green part and the shared kasfin is going to be mawsuf sifa. Okay, going to be mawsuf sifa. You see that? And if you look at the translation, it says like eaten straw. Now, if you look at this eaten straw is effectively this lam, the kaf, okay? Like is coming from the kaf. Eaten is a sifa, and what is eaten is a mawsuf. Okay? Mawsuf first, mawsuf comes after. In Arabic, mawsuf comes first, and what you are having here is effectively together. Effectively, two fragments together, operating together. First, a majroor fragment that is making asfin jar, and then you have asfin ma'kul as sifa fragment, okay, operating together. You see the chain? You see the connectivity between them? You see the connection? So everything is connected. So the words playing together. This is the nahu part, right? The words playing together. Okay. Good. Let's look at this one. Walakum. Walakum. Now, how many words do you think operate here in walakum? Do you think are operating here in walakum? I just want to make sure that you see this, what I see here. How many words in walakum? Is the first one, la is the second one, and kum is the third one. Yes, we all agree with that. Okay. Now, see a va here, which is also one of the harf of jars. Yes, and I see a lam here, which is also one of the harf of jars. Right? How do I know this va is not a harf of jar, or if it is? How do I know? I've been just taught that va is also a harf of jar. That means oath. That means oath. Okay? Ba, tha, kaf, lam. Wow. The way I know this today is if it was a harf of jar, it should have an ism in jar right after it. It should have an ism in jar right after it because distance relationship. Okay, and does it have an ism after it? No, it has another harf after it. That tells me this va is a connector. It's a connector vowel, and it's an and. It's not harf of jar. Okay, it's okay, which is la, and I see immediately a pronoun, and this pronoun is either a nasab or jar form. And I need to find which form is it, which status is it? Is it nasab or jar? And I know lam is one of the harf of jar. Therefore, this is an ism in jar. Jar because of this lam. That makes it jar. This is overall a harf of jar fragment. Okay, overall fragment. All right. So you read it. Wal asr. wal asr. Okay. Now, how do I know this word is not and it's a harf of jar word? The reason is, after this harf of jar, I have immediately an ism which is in jar state. This ism is immediately after it, and it's in jar state. So this is the vow of harf of jar, giving an oath by the passage of time. Okay. So this is a harf of jar fragment. Okay? Harf of jar fragment. Ba lam wow. That's what we have done so far. Ba ta kaf lam wow. Okay. If there's any question, please ask me. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. It's nothing confusing or nothing difficult about this. As far as you know, be good. Even if you don't know by mind, as far as you can map it to the table and find out, inshallah, that's good. And in 2 classes from now, you'll all be good with this in memory, inshallah. Okay? Anfusikum. Min anfusikum are operating here. How many words do you think are operating here? Can you tell me what's happening here? Min anfusikum. Let's try to do some Arabs, the grammatical analysis here. This one is interesting. So let's try to do this, inshallah. So whenever you see some fragments like this, some text or script like this, you should ask yourself, how many words are operating here? You should first try to segment them apart and try to ensure that you know how many words are these. Words are these, then you can dive into what types of words are these. Okay, then you can try to fragment knowledge. So how many words do you think are operating here? How many words in your point of view? That is bringing your answer with delay. A bit crazy with the heat, and also the device is a bit slow. I'm also experiencing some lag while writing and doing stuff. So yeah. Yes, Imran, perfect. Very good. The 3 words. Perfect. 3 words. One, an, and kum is the 3rd one, isn't it? Misi. And if you just take min anfusi and min anfusi, this is a harf of jar fragment. It's a harf of jar fragment. Min is a harf of jar, and anfusi is a majroor, which is an ism in jar. Then you take anfusi alone word, and you see it's light and it has no al. It is light and it has no al, and it is followed by a pronoun in a jar state. So you can easily say a fragment. Perfect. Excellent. Very good. Excellent. Min anfusikum. Perfect. Very good. So let's move on. So how about this one? So we have fi. Here, which is a harf of jar, and then we have al-qisasi, which is in jar state. So this is a harf of jar fragment because of the fi. Because of the fi. All right. This was simple. Do you see a harf of jar here in this one? In this one. Yas'aluna Ali. Yas'alunaka anil anfal. Excuse me. Sorry, my office reminders are coming on top. I should have disabled them. So, you see this an is a harf of jar. This an is a harf of jar. This an is a harf of jar that makes al-anfali. So this is anil anfali is harf of jar fragment. Anil anfali is harf of jar fragment. Okay. Wa alallahi falyatawakkalil mu'minuna. What can you tell me about this? How many out of take you out of the harf of jar only? Let's do some brain job here. Okay. How many fragments do you think you can find here? How many fragments do you think you can find here? So you definitely have to find one harf of jar. Yes, because it's a harf of jar exercise. But is there any other fragment as well operating here? Think about it. Think closely. Don't usually when you give a longer script to students, they get a bit nervous because it's such a long script. But if you just try to look it closely, you'll just find it. You just find it. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. Okay. So just segment the words out. Segment the words out. This is a wa, and this is ala. This is Allahi. This is fal yatawa. This is kulli, and so on. Okay. So this is the one in the middle is a special case. Leave it out. Leave it out. Leave this. Leave it. Leave it for now. Leave this one for now. So you should be able to find at least 2 fragments. Correct. So wa is a connector. Wa is a connector. That's correct. It's a connector. Well, not because there is no ism after it. That is in jar state. It's a connector. Okay. That's excellent. It's a connector. Then you have Allahi. Then you have alallahi, which is harf of jar. Correct. It is harf of jar. It's a harf of jar fragment. Okay. Harf of jar fragment. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Anything else I should know? Perfect. Excellent. Very good. Kullil mu'minuna is an idafa. It's an idafa. It's an idafa with a special mudaf. It's an idafa with a special mudaf. Special mudaf. Excellent. 2 fragments. There are 2 fragments operating here. Alallahi, harf of jar fragment, and kulil mu'minuna, idafa fragment with a special mudaf, kulli. Okay? Excellent. Very good. Very, very good. Good. Fantastic. How about this one? Can you tell me what's happening here? Can you tell me what's happening here? What's happening here? Keep your fragments in mind, keep the tables we did today in mind, and just pragmatically analyze it. Don't start from the left-hand side. Start here. Sorry, right-hand side. Start here. And go one here. Part by part, part by part. You don't have to rush. Okay? And let's see what you can find. Let's see what you can find. You things here. Okay? It's like a treasure island. I mean, the more you dig, the more you'll find. Okay? The more you dig, the more you find, inshallah. So don't. Oh, oops, sorry. So don't rush it. Don't rush it. Just take your time and give me what you think you know. Okay? It's okay to be wrong or making mistakes, but as far as you're applying your knowledge yourself, that's good. I don't want to, so that's why I keep on asking these questions. Okay? What do you find here? Excellent. Very good, Imran. Fantastic. So hatta matla'i, hatta is jarun. Very good. Excellent. 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 Matla'il fajr. Matla'il fajr is an idafa. As soon as you find matla'i, you see an ism which is majroor, yes, but it's also light. It doesn't have an al. And if it is followed by a jar, then it's an idafa. Okay? Then it's an idafa. You find matla'i, it's light and it doesn't have an al, and if it's followed by jar, idafa, and it is. So there's a chain going on here. Okay? The chain going on here. So hatta jar majroor part is idafa. Very good. Excellent. You're getting there. You're getting there. Getting better every time. Very okay. This is fragment because yahdi ila rushdi. Yahdi ila rushdi. You do not know. Don't know. Okay. Out. Okay. Ar-rushd. Find a harf of jar fragment. Okay. Very good. I want to give you, should remember, if my machine performs. If not, then I will give you through your notes. Let's stick to the notes because my machine is a bit slow. I don't want to waste time managing it. So let me go to page number 27. Let's go to page 7 of your notes. Okay. So there are a few things you should keep in mind when you do the harf of jar. All of this, what we have done, is listed here. All of it, what we have done so far, is listed here. Okay, all primary rules of harf of jar. The harf of jar makes its ism jar. We have done this. We've done this. There's 17 harf of jars, but we'll do the 11. We'll do it. The harf is called a jar, and the ism it makes jar is called a majroor. Then we have all of this. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw, min, fi, an, ala, hatta, ila. Okay? Ala, hatta, ila. So there are a few additional notes that I need to give you an insight on. So just keep that in mind. The lam part, jar, which is lam, there's a harf of jar, which is lam. Now, when this lam is used with a pronoun, it is usually having a fatha. You see this? It usually has a fatha. When it is used with a pronoun, it usually has a fatha. Let me just do it differently. That's easier because it keeps things in focus. Okay. It usually has a fatha. When you have the lam, used with the pronoun, it usually has a fatha. But when it's used with any other ism, it usually takes a kasra. The pronunciation is la and li. With the pronoun, you would call lakum. With the ism, you would call like li. Okay, just keep that in mind. Okay. Another aspect. There is a lam which is a lam of emphasis. It is used to give emphasis to a statement in the Quran. We have not studied it yet, but sometime you will find statements like this. For example, la nahnu. Now you know nahnu is an independent pronoun. And there is a lam attached to it. So you may get confused. Oh, if there's a lam attached to it, why this independent pronoun is in a rafa state? This should be attached pronoun in a jar state. Should be na, not nahnu, right? So that's because if you have a lam and the following, then the emphasis, it's not the lam of jar majroor. It is not the jar majroor fragment. Okay, just keep that in mind. It's just pointers that I want you to know, so you don't get confused. Okay. In the same case, the same lam would appear with attached version of the same pronoun, like lana, for example. Okay, would appear with the attached version of a pronoun like lana. In that case, this is a harf of jar fragment. Okay, because this lam is a jar majroor lam. It's a jar majroor lam. Okay, that will mean for us. Okay? It's a for us. The previous one is like most certainly, I swear to it. Okay, okay? So it's more of an emphasis lam. Two types of vowel, as you have seen already. There's a vowel which is a harf of jar vowel. That's for oath only. And there is a vowel which is a connector vowel, which means and. Don't confuse them. Look for the next word. If the next word is an ism and it is in jar, then the vowel is a jar majroor vowel. Otherwise, it's a connector vowel. Okay, just keep that in mind. These are just pointers, just to make sure that you don't get confused. Okay. Let me see if my word is now working fine. Yes. Another thing I want to tell you, instead of telling you on the notes, let me tell you here. So what happens is sometimes you will find you will find oops, something went wrong. Wait a second. So bear with me. I just got locked in my computer. I just need to re-log in as soon as my login screen appears. Sorry about that. A second. Oops. For today, every sorry about that. So I hope you can see it now. So what's happening here is, so when sometimes you will find you'll harf of jar an, you'll find the harf of jar an used with ma, which is an ism mawsul which you have not done yet. Okay, ma, which is an ism mawsul which you have not done yet. In that case, they are sometimes merged together, and they are called amma. Amma. They're called amma. Same is the story with min when used with ma. Min plus ma is also called mimma. Min plus ma is also called mimma. Just keep that in mind. When you see amma or mimma, it's effectively a jar majroor fragment. It's a jar majroor fragment. So don't get confused. It's a jar majroor fragment. Okay? Just keep that in mind. That's in your notes here. This point. This point. Okay? When an and min are attached to ma, they are written as mimma and amma. Mimma and amma. Okay? Mimma and amma. And the last tip is when the ila or ala, the last two ones, this one, ila and ala, okay? These two ones are attached to a pronoun. They usually give you a ya pronunciation. They usually give you a ya pronunciation, like alaikum, assalamu alaikum, as I was telling you. Assalam, right? So they give you this ya element to it, because they effectively have this ya kind of right in the end. There's a ya in the end. They take a dot form. Just keep that in mind. Okay. All right. But I'll put down in your notes here. There's another thing I need to tell you. So when you look at the ka, harf of jar, which is ka, kaf, the kaf harf of jar, harf of jar. Keep few things in mind. So don't get confused. Don't get confused when you see something like rabbuka, for example, rabbuka. Now, in this case, you are looking at a kaf. You're looking at a kaf, but this kaf is not a harf of jar. This is not a harf of jar. This ism comes after an ism, okay? Pronoun ka, okay? The pronoun ka, oops. Pronoun comes, oops, sorry. pronouns after an ism. However, if you see something like, if you see some asfin that we just have seen, for example, asfin, asfin. Come on, right? Like, asfin. Now this kaf is a harf of just coming before an ism. Would always come, the jar majroor harf would always come before an ism, not after an ism. Okay, whereas the pronoun would come after an ism when it is attached. Okay, so don't get confused with these two kafs. Okay, keep them in mind. Okay, keep them in mind. Harf of before an ism. Okay, before an ism. Okay, don't get confused with this. Few tips to help you remember all of this, inshallah. So what we'll do now is jump into the exercise, do some practice. Before I do that, can I have one from you to know if you're okay, if you're still there, if you're fine with it? Is there any question that is popping up, any confusion? Please give me one if you're fine with this. Everything is in your notes. Everything is in your notes, and I will send you these notes, inshallah, as well. Okay? Good, very good, Jazakallah. Thank you. Okay, let's go to the exercise, and let's do the exercise. Let's do the exercise. There's a good exercise here. You need to do is identify if these ones are harf of jar fragments or not. That's what you have to do. Okay, it's pretty simple. I don't want to do all of them myself. I just want to give you some idea in the beginning, and then let you do it yourself in your own time. In the next class, we will as always review them if you have any questions. So this one is pretty simple. You always try to see how many words. Okay, so you have two words here. This harf of jar, I know this is a jar, and this al-haqqi is in jar state, so it's a majroor for me. Okay, so yes, this is a jar majroor fragment. This is a jar majroor fragment. It's clear. It's a jar majroor fragment. Okay, and try to do as many fragments as you can. If even majroor, use this exercise to apply the knowledge of other fragments. If you find something else, then apply it and find it. If it is the mawsuf sifa, or don't just restrict yourself to jar majroor only. So do the full Arabs of what you see. Okay. For example, the next one is ka'asfim ma'kul. Ka'asfim ma'kul. We just did that, right? We just did that. We said kaf is a harf of jar. Yeah, it's a harf of jar. Okay, and asfin is in jar state. The entire part was of jar, right? And then we took this asfin part from here all the way to here, and we did the four properties, and we found that this was mawsuf sifa. Okay, mawsuf sifa. This was mawsuf sifa. Okay. To do the full Arabs, do the full analysis instead of just a part analysis. Okay. Can I ask you to do number 3 yourself? Just give it a shot to number 3. What do you think number 3 is? It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. Number 3. Let's see how much you can decode it. Let's see how much you can decode it. You do this one, and inshallah we'll close the class, and then you can do the remaining at home, and we'll review them in the next class, inshallah. Okay? 4 words. All right. Okay. Okay. 4 words. That's correct. There are 4 words. I agree with you. Bihamdi and Rabbika. Bihamdi is harf of jar. I agree with you because there is a ba here. Correct. This is correct. Anything else? That's very good. This is idafa. Excellent. This is idafa. Hamdi Rabbi. Hamdi is light. It has no al, and it is followed by an ism, which is Rabbi. Jar. It's an idafa with a normal ism. Right? Excellent. That's very good. Mudaf Imran. Rabbika, I agree with you. It's an idafa. It's an idafa, yes, with a pronoun, but not with this special midaf. Probably it's a typo you've done, right? So it's with pronoun. This is a pronoun. This is a pronoun, anta. It's an attached form of anta, right? The 3 fragments operating here. Bihamdi rabbika. Bihamdi. Could you help me translate this? If hamdi means to praise, bihamdi would means with praise. Can we translate this? Let's translate this. Let's try to translate this. Let's try to translate this here. So let's see if we can translate this. So bihamdi, what is bihamdi? Bihamdi. Bihamdi. So bihamdi, be meant with, and hamdi is, let's say, praise. Okay, praise and gratitude, effectively, but let's restrict it to praise. So bihamdi would mean what? There's a subtle catch here that I just want to check if you can manage that. So let's see. The first part, bihamdi, would be, let me just color code it. Let me just color bihamdi is green, and then let's say blue is hamdi rabbi is blue, and then let's say rabbika is yellow. Okay, let's do it like that. So I'm going to translate the green part first, and then I'm going to translate the blue part, and then again I'm going to translate the yellow part. Okay, that's how. Let's do it like that. Okay. So bihamdi is with praise. Okay. Then hamdi rabbi is praise. Okay, praise of master. Praise of master. And the third one, yellow, is going to be your master. Your master. To make sense out of it, if I have to make sense out of it, what would be the statement in English? What would be the English statement that completes the meaning? Of your master. Okay, with praise of your master. Now, there is a subtle catch here. You're right, absolutely correct translation. But you're right. Let me do that catch for you. Okay, when you do translation, you have to try to be as accurate as possible. Okay, now can you give me the 4 properties of the ism hamdi? Can you give me the 4 properties of the ism hamdi? What are the 4 properties of ism hamdi? It's jar, yes. It's singular, correct? It's masculine. What's the type? What's the type? Proper. Excellent. And why is it proper? Because of why is it proper? Excellent. Yes, because ka is making Rabbi proper, and Rabbi is making Hamdi proper. So it'd be Hamdi as with the praise. With the praise. Okay? Not with praise, with the praise. And then Hamdi Rabbi, I would translate praise of the master. Okay? And then I would say for this is with the praise of your master. Okay? With the praise of your master. With the praise. Get it? It's a subtle difference, but it changes the emphasis part. It changes the feeling of it. Okay? With the praise, it makes it definite. Okay? So what with praise of a master is absolutely correct, but it's less accurate, right? Excellent. Good job. Fantastic. So when you do the Arabs, try to keep this in mind. Apply this knowledge, inshallah. Keep everything in. So what I'll do now here is please do make every effort to complete this exercise at home. And inshallah, in the next class, we'll try to answer any questions if you have any about this exercise. And sorry for all the technical glitches. I have nothing in my control there. So I'll try to cut around the parts which are technical glitches. So I hope you can still understand the lecture very well. So you're doing pretty good, mashallah. Okay. So inshallah, we'll see next week each other. And until then, stay safe, stay blessed, inshallah. Remember me in your du'as and take care of yourself. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.